Welcome to the Fitmama podcast, where it's all about gaining your health back as a busy woman and mom, and doing it without sacrificing time with your family or business. Here is your host, mompreneur and Fitmama health coach, Angela Campbell.
All right, I'm live. I'm super excited, pumped, and just kind of fired up a little bit today. So today's podcast, episode number 15, we're going to talk about health risks and the things that we risk when we don't take our health serious, or we just give up a little bit too fast. And it happens. Oh my gosh, it happens all the time, and it's okay. Know that you're not alone. And so I want to talk about that today. But first, let me just double check. I want to triple check. If you are watching me right now, if you can see me live as I'm streaming on Facebook, definitely just say hi. Let me know that somebody's here and you can hear me. Give me a thumbs up. Everything is delayed on my end. Oh, there I am. Okay. I can see we are live, you guys. Happy Thursday. Every single Thursday, 11 a.m. Central Standard Time, new episode for Fitmama podcast. And today is episode number 15. 15 weeks straight, we've dropped new episodes. So I'm super stoked about it, super excited. And we got a lot of awesome things coming in the future. I'm super stoked and excited about it. I can't wait to share. So good morning, Dana. How are you? So today I want to talk to anybody out there that needs this. I'm live streaming in multiple places so that I can get this message out to more people I feel like that needs to hear it. You know, today I want to talk about the risks that we face if we keep ignoring our health. And I say that out of love and out of my heart today because I'm having so many conversations with people, or not even just conversations myself, but I see it all around me. And it's really sad because I see a lot of people just continuously ignoring their health. And I have been there. And I ignored it for a long time, and just going through life, you know, getting busy. We got 10,000 million things on our plate, right? And sadly, our health goes on the back burner way too often. So if you know me and follow me, my biggest passion is helping anybody and everybody, but most importantly, women and moms, because I am a woman and I am a mom, and I love to help you guys see the importance of putting your health first. So if you're watching this on a live stream, definitely, again, say hi, let me know that you're here. And again, today we're going to talk about those health risks that we face, but I'm also going to talk about a little bit of the health risks that do come along with visceral fat, which is the fat that surrounds our organs, and belly fat. I also have an exclusive 5-day series training that I did on that. I can connect you to if you want to see that full meal training on that. But I'm also going to talk about the things that we can miss out in life if we don't get serious about our health, right? And I don't mean you have to go hardcore crazy and flip your whole world upside down to try to get healthy. There's ways to do it. And fit it into your world. I promise. I help women do this every day, and I see some pretty freaking busy women getting it done, right? So, and if you're in a place right now where you're struggling and you're tired of failing with your health and nothing's working, and you're not getting it done by yourself, but you feel like you need help, I do free consultation calls. Literally, there's a link above if you're watching this now, and set up a time we can chat and see if we can figure something out that would work for you, or maybe get you in the right direction to get started, right? Or if you're catching this because this on the podcast later for replay, then go to the website, acfitmama.com/chat, and same thing, book a call. If you're in our Fitmamapreneur group, if you're not, the link is here, or join us. Again, you can go to the website, acfitmama.com/Facebook. And then hop in our group. It's for all women. Hey, Charlie, what is up, my friend? Okay, so again, I want to talk about this. And I want to get really in depth about it, a little bit of tough love today, you guys. So if you're feeling lack of motivation and you lost your why you started your journey in the first place, and you either quit recently and gave up, or maybe you're on that verge of thinking, I'm just going to give this up because crap's not working, right? It happens. We all get there at some point. And so I'm hoping today's episode will help you remember why you started and get you back on track, right? So before I dive into that, though, I have some pretty amazing women that deserve some shout outs. So if you're watching this and you know these women, give them a shout out, or just say congrats in the comments and let them be loved on a little bit, right? So first, I'm going to just say a huge warm welcome, but welcome in the comments if you're watching this for sure. Welcome to Desiree Dawn and Jamie Schilling that just hopped on and they're joining our Fitmama program. They recognize they need help, and they recognize that it's time to get their health back on track and get serious, right? Because they have a life and they have kids and they have a family that depends on them to do so. So welcome, Desiree and Jamie. I also want to give Melissa Aaron a shout out. Say, way to go, Melissa, if you are watching this. And she's doing amazing, couple weeks in. And she literally, one of her biggest things and her victories that she's had here, just literally 2 weeks into her program, she's fitting in some jeans that she hasn't fit into in over 8 months, y'all. To me, that is amazing. And sometimes it's little things like that will make your whole world go around and are so much more important than any weight on the scale, right? And then Elizabeth Beeson, I want to give her a major shout out, tell her congrats. Couple weeks in and already 11 and a half inches down in our Fitmama program, and we're doing the full meal deal. We're focusing on the nutrition, which is the biggest piece, fitness, mindset, all the things. And then also Kayla, 5 pounds down in 2 weeks. So give these women some kudos, some love, drop them some hearts. And I'll tag them as well too. But again, the purpose of today's podcast is I want to bring you back to why you started your journey in the first place. Or if you have not started because you keep saying, I'm going to do it tomorrow, I'm going to do it next week, I'm going to do it in the future, I'm going to do it anytime but today, I'm not going to do it today. Or if you either gave up already, or maybe you're on that verge, because I know a lot of people right now that are really close. They're really close. They're right there at that point where I see, you know what, they're very close to giving up, but I do not want you to give up. And this is why today's podcast was inspired. But let's talk about a few health risks first, because these are things that we often don't realize. So many people, if you agree with this, put agree in the comments. Many of us focus on our health journeys, losing weight, right? Losing fat, all these things. We usually focus on it because of what we want to look like, right? We focus on it because of the appearance. And there's a bigger piece to this puzzle, you guys. It's not only about what we look like, what we see in the mirror. It's how we feel. It's how healthy we are. It's the health risks that we face if we don't take care of ourselves. So visceral fat is that fat that surrounds your organs and causes a lot of problems, you guys. And this is caused by so many things. Again, if you're not in the group, join the group, or drop in the comments, put training, just put the word training. If you have never seen this training that I'm talking about, because I have a very exclusive, very detailed belly fat training inside my group that you can go watch and find out all of these things in more detail. But the bigger picture here is visceral fat surrounds our organs, you guys, and it causes all kinds of health issues. And guess what? If we don't take our health serious and get it back on track, your body starts to fill up with that visceral fat. And you can be super skinny as well and I got to a point where I lost a lot of weight after having my son, but I called myself skinny fat because I wasn't healthy. I wasn't toned. My body fat was not down. It was actually up. Even though I looked on the outside, oh, she's little, she's skinny. I had a lot of fat going on because I wasn't taking care of myself. I wasn't working out. I wasn't eating properly, and I was not resting. I wasn't doing anything right. Okay, so visceral fat, it doesn't matter if you're teeny tiny or you're, quite a bit overweight. You can have a lot of visceral fat, and this can be extremely unhealthy, right? It does typically go to the belly as well, you guys. If you tend to have a lot of belly fat, this can be also dangerous. Not only do your genes not fit, it can also be very dangerous, right? So heart disease is a very common one. So I want to say that again, heart disease. So right now I want you to think about it. I want you to think real quick. Do you have heart disease that runs in your family? And if you do, you might want to start working on yourself now so that you don't go down that same road that some people in your family. That's a big goal that I hear from a lot of women when I start working with them. I ask them, why are you here today? What is your biggest reason for being right here, knowing that you need help? And some of the common things is not necessarily I want to lose weight, I want to look good in my bikini. It's more of like I have heart disease, diabetes, blood pressure, cancer, all these things for family history. And so if you start putting your health back on a priority, you can avoid some of these things. You can lower your risks of heart disease if you start taking care of yourself. Yes, you can live. Thank you. Heart disease, diabetes. If diabetes is something that runs in your family, you guys, I can't tell you how my mom was actually at this at one point, and sorry, Mom, I'm throwing you out there. There was one point in her journey that she had went to the doctor and they told her, you know what, you're pre-diabetic. You better get things back on track or you're going to end up a full-blown diabetic and you're going to end up on medicine and all kinds of things. Well, you know what we did? We locked arms and we helped her and she dropped 15 pounds and got back and was able to get back into the safe zone. So there's little things. If you get your health back on track now, you can avoid some of these things. Okay, so if you're on the struggle bus because the scale is not dropping, okay, or the clothes are still fitting a little tight, you're not seeing all the change that you want to it fast, shift your focus to these, and this promise will help you get out of your rut, and it'll help you keep going. Diabetes, high blood pressure, cholesterol, increased risks of cancers. You guys, visceral fat can actually increase causes of certain cancers. I believe breast cancer and colon cancer was on that list. I'm not a doctor. I'm not making any medical claims. So if you're watching this, don't think that that's what I'm doing. Promise I'm not. I really want to get this out there so you guys know, if you are on the struggle bus right now, you're getting ready to quit, or you're just like, I don't know why I'm even still doing this, because I'm not seeing the scale move, or I'm not getting, my clothes aren't fitting any looser. Then just put struggle in the comments if you're okay with that. Like, I want to hear from you. And if you're not, just shoot me a message. Shoot me a private message and let's talk. You don't have to do this by yourself. You do not have to do this by yourself, you guys. And here's another thing that I want to talk about today. Besides health risks, again, in my group, I have an exclusive belly fat training. Hey, Miss Louise, that if you haven't seen it yet, put training in the comments if you're watching this, and I'll get you in there and make sure you get tagged in it so you can watch all this, because I will go way deeper into what really the visceral fat is, what causes it, how to measure yourself to see if yours is too high, how to get rid of it. And then I talk way more in depth about all these health risks, right? Today, I'm just touching base because I don't want this to go for an hour. I don't want to keep you that long, right? But here's the next thing, you guys. I made a post yesterday, and this touched my heart because I asked, what is your biggest fear? And if you're comfortable sharing this below, I want you to tell me in the comments, what is your biggest fear right now? Like, if you don't get serious about your health, what do you fear could happen to you? And I'm going to read off some of these responses. I'm not going to throw anybody out there, give anybody names or share names, I promise. But I wanted to bring this to your attention because, again, this goes along with today's a little bit of tough love from my heart, because I don't want you to give up. Life is going to hit you over and over and over, just with different things. And today's world is full of crap, and it is full of stress all over the place, from watching the debates, I mean, oh my gosh, to the COVID, to, I know, a lot of people that are having issues in their family life and all kinds of things. You guys, there's so much stress. And the last thing that you want to do during these times is put yourself on the back burner again, because that health risk is going to go right back up. And next thing you know, you're going to have heart disease. You might even have a heart attack. You might have all kinds of things if you do not get and stay on track and don't stress. Oh my gosh, I got to lose all this weight really fast. It doesn't happen fast. You cannot give up that fast, right? So the thing I wanted to say, sorry, I keep getting on tangents because this topic is very passionate to me. The fear of not getting healthy. These are some of the things, and if these, drop some hearts if these hit you in the heart, or if you're comfortable sharing yours in the comments, definitely share. But dying too early. How many of you guys may be scared of dying too early if you don't get your health on track? Like, I don't know about you, but that one alone drives me to want to go do something about my health, like now. Right? Dying too early is scary. Like, I don't know about you, but I'm 39 and I have a 2-year-old and a 5-year-old. So one of the things that drives me to keep going every single day, besides helping others, is the fact that I know I'm not going to be a spring chicken when I have grandbabies. Like I said, I'll be 40 next year and my son will be 3 next year, right? So I'm going to be an older mom, an older grandparent. And I know that I have got to be in the best shape that I possibly can so that I can be around and enjoy the heck and spoil the heck out of my grandbabies when that time comes. For God forbid, that's going to be a long time from now. My little girl's 5. But I want to prepare for that now, not later after I have a health issue because I didn't take care of myself, right? So dying too early scares the crap out of me. I saw a lot of people comment that though, right? So if you don't get your health on track, could you die too soon? Possible. It happens all the time, every day. You guys, don't let yourself get there. Heart attack was another one. If you don't get your health on track right now, do you really fear having a heart attack? Like, that scares the crap out of me, right? When I read these out loud, I was like, oh my gosh, yes, that is scary. So let that be your why to get your health back on track or not to quit. If you're already on your journey, don't quit just because the stupid scale didn't move. Remember, if you don't, you could either die too early, have a heart attack. Someone said failure, their fear of not getting, this is a big one. This is a big one. And I'm so glad whoever commented failure, because oftentimes I don't see people taking their health. They don't even try. They don't even start because they're scared they're going to fail. Guess what? I'm going to just put it out there. You will fail. You will have some failures along your journey, and it's okay. It doesn't mean you have to quit, right? You just have to find what works for you and get some love and support. And if you don't have any, get in our group full of women that will love and support you. I promise. The link is above, or go to acfitmama.com/Facebook if you're listening to this later on the podcast. Because fear of failure is very common. And I see a lot of people, those of you guys that run businesses, I always correlate your weight loss journey to a business journey. Fear of failure keeps a lot of people from chasing their business goals as well. But fear of failure also keeps people from chasing their health goals, right? Because they're afraid of starting because they're like, I'm not going to succeed. Well, you're not going to succeed if you never try and you never start. So remember that. And then lock arms with people that will care and remind you and lift you up on those days that you can't, right? Here's another common fear that I saw. They fear if they don't get their health on track, or they don't start taking it serious, or start working on it, or start getting healthy, that they can't take care of their family. Guys, this one breaks my heart, because I know if I'm not healthy enough and I can't take care of my babies or my husband, like, who will, right? Like, it's up to me. And so women, anybody that's listening, but women and moms especially, we are notorious for taking care of everybody else, right? It's time for you to get selfish. I put selfish in the comments if you agree with me, and selfish in a positive way. I'm not saying ignore everybody, but I'm saying put yourself first, because if you don't, nobody else is going to. And I promise, if you're not putting yourself first and taking care of yourself, your family is only getting this teeny tiny piece of you, because you're not in the best, form of you that you could be if you actually took care of yourself. If you want to be the best mom, if you want to be the best wife, if you want to do all these things at a high level, the best leader, because you run a business, or whatever the scenario it is, you need to be first. You have to be first. You cannot help others from an empty cup, right? So put selfish in the comments if you agree with that, and you know that you have to be selfish in a positive way, you guys. It's a positive thing, I promise. You can't have guilt over being selfish. And I know that's so easy for me to say, because I'm saying it out loud now, but I've suffered, and I still suffer with it on a regular basis. But I always have to mindset shift myself. You know what? I tell women every day to stop feeling guilty about taking care of themselves. So you stop doing it too. Sometimes you just have to pep talk yourself, right? Here's another one, depression. You guys, depression is serious. Depression is very, very serious. And if you've ever gone through it or know somebody who was, you will totally agree with me. Put depression in the comments. This is scary. And I had a lot of people that when I asked this question, what is your biggest fear if you don't take care of your health now? Depression. Depression came up a lot, you guys. And that breaks my heart, because depression leads to so many other things. I had an aunt whose sister just committed suicide a couple weeks ago. She was obviously not in a great mental place. I had a high school friend a couple months ago, same thing. He was not in a healthy place. And so it goes back to taking care of yourself, you guys. Your health, I don't mean taking care of yourself to lose weight. I'm talking about the bigger picture here. So please know that. The bigger picture is taking care of yourself, and getting your nutrition on point doesn't only have to do with losing weight. It's about how you feel. There's so many bad things that come along with bad food that you eat. Okay, it can be your mood. It can be so much mental health also comes from taking care of yourself, whether it comes to working out or whether it comes to nutrition, you guys. Way more to it. Diabetes was a big fear. Won't have the energy to keep going. So true, you guys. If you're tired, if you keep saying, I'm tired, I'm too tired, I'm too tired, I'm too tired, put tired in the comments. And know this, get your nutrition and your fitness on track, because you will have more energy, I promise. But it's going to suck at first. You just have to expect that and know that it's coming. It's going to suck at first. You may not have the energy to get started, but you have to push yourself to get started so that you can get the energy benefits from getting started. Does that make sense? I know that was a tongue twister, right? Get health issues. Maybe you already have health issues that you know if you don't keep working out, you don't keep eating right, you don't keep feeding your brain with some positivity, that those health issues will get worse. I saw that one a lot. Here's another one. Another fear that I saw, and this is a common one, and they're afraid if they don't get their health on track, they're going to fall apart. They're going to fall apart emotionally and physically. If this is you, know this, you deserve to be first. Don't quit. Don't give up, because you could put yourself in an emotionally bad place that we don't know what else would happen, right? Another one, horrible self-worth. If you don't get your health on track, your self-worth, your self-image. How about anxiety? If you suffer from anxiety right now, your health needs to come first. I know a lot of people who changed up their nutrition and their supplementation because some things that you may be taking may be causing some of these things worse. You know, everybody's different though. You got to figure out what works for you, because I've got some amazing products that work for a lot of people, and they may not be what's going to be best for other people. Like, you have to figure out what works best for you. Cancer, arthritis, continue to gain weight. Here's the one that hit me in the heart, you guys. And here's the last one. Please, if you have questions, drop them below and ask, or share this with whoever you feel like needs to hear it. But one of the ones that really hit me in the heart on the biggest fear if you don't get your health on track was this. She said, if I'm scared, if I don't get my health on track and keep it there, then I will have to spend the rest of my life on the sideline. Like, guys, mamas, I'm talking to you mostly because I hear this a lot. We put ourselves, a lot of women I know stay on the sidelines. Stay on the sidelines because they're not in the place they want to be. They can't physically do certain things that they want to do, so they just don't even do them. Or they're not confident in who they are and their body image, and they know that they, in their own mind, they don't look like they should, and who cares, because nobody's judging, but you think they are. And a lot of times I see women putting themselves on like they won't do anything with their family because they either physically can't because they're not healthy enough, or they're so self-conscious about how they look, they won't even attempt it. Right? So having to spend the rest of your life on the sidelines is not okay, you guys. So let's get our health on track, right? So again, this message today was to reach anybody and everybody that you're on the struggle bus, or maybe you're not there right now. Maybe you're ultra motivated and you're doing kick ass, but no, you may eventually get to a point where you're like, oh my gosh, I got to reel myself back in, or I'm going to quit. Or maybe you've quit in the past. Or maybe you know some people that need to hear this. Share this with them. It will also be uploaded on the podcast next week. But remember this. I'll finish here. Remember why you started your journey in the first place? Or maybe remember why you need to start in the first place if you haven't started yet. But you got to remember why you started in the first place. Okay, and it's not just about a stupid number on the scale. We have to get that out of our heads. I will say that every day if I have to. It can't only be about the number on the scale, right? It is more about your health than that number on the scale and whatever size jeans that you wear. So you have to remember that. You're going to get hit with things that are going to derail you from your normal routine. Whatever you do, you cannot let it derail you forever. You just have to adapt, change things up, and keep pushing. You can't just up and quit. If you are someone that keeps starting over and just do this, instead of stopping and starting and stopping and starting, every time you stop, it's so much harder to get restarted, right? Put agree in the comments if you agree with this. It is so much harder for you to get restarted every time you stop. So stop stopping, just keep pushing, and be okay with it. Maybe that your results are slow or that you have bad weeks. We all have them, you guys. It just does not mean it's time to quit. You deserve better than that. And here's the last thing I'm going to say and then wrap it up, you guys. I hear a lot of women, we were really bad about comparing ourselves to each other. And it's what we do, unfortunately. But you cannot compare yourself to others. And I know that's so easy for me to preach it. I get wrapped up in these sometimes as well too. The biggest thing I can say is know this: the only difference between you and those other people that are where you want to be is the fact that they never quit. So if you are someone who wants to compare yourself to others, know that you're human. First of all, I still compare myself sometimes, and I have to snap myself out of it because it's what we do. But the only difference right now between you and that person that you maybe be comparing yourself to because they're already there and they are where you want to be, they didn't quit. They didn't give up, right? So you have to remember that. Don't compare yourself thinking they're better than you. They're not better than you. They are not better than you. They just never stopped, and they never quit, and they set themselves up for, they set themselves up for success, obviously, if they're where they are, but they did not get there without struggles, without failures, without moments of wanting to quit, without days of feeling defeated, just like all of us go through, okay? So again, some of the biggest things I wanted you to get out of today's video was to not stop. You have to keep pushing, and if you haven't even started, you got to get started and think baby steps. And if you're lost and confused or totally feeling defeated, get in my inbox, just shoot me a message. If anything, I'll give you a pep talk. My message inbox is always open. Matthew, I'm so glad you hopped on. I've been watching Lauren and her sharing her transformation. Amazing. I'm so proud of her. So freaking proud of her. It's amazing. So again, if you're tired of failing, you're lost, confused, don't know what to do at this point, because that's easy to be in today's world. It's confusing with the 10 million thousand things out there that you could do to try to lose weight. Then just join or click on the link above, or go to my website, acfitmama.com/chat, and schedule a time to chat with me. And if anything comes from it, we can at least shoot you in the direction to get you started with something. Something is better than nothing at all, you guys. So always remember that. You deserve it. You are worth it. Your family needs you to get healthy, and think about all those health risks. If you missed the beginning of this, you can go back. I'm about to hop off so that this is not crazy long to watch on replay. But know that you're worth it. Your health depends on it. We want to live longer lives, not shorter ones. So get your health on track, and don't only focus on what you look like or what the scale says, because it's so much more than that. So that's it, you guys. Have an amazing day. Thank you guys for joining. If you catch this on the replay later, definitely thanks for watching. Share it with anybody that you feel needs to hear this message today. Comment, invite your friends to the group, all the things. Just know that you don't have to do this alone. And I'll see you again next episode on Thursday, 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. And we'll see you soon.